You. All right. Insomniacs. Where you at? Where the Insomniacs at? If you're not an Insomniac, then you're probably not gonna rock with this. Alright. So there's the live. Got the live. Found it. Four thumbs up. I like it. I like it. What's up, Crescentio? What's up? What's up? Yeah. The boxing world. Adrian Broner wants a title shot. It's unbelievable how he pops up. All of a sudden he wants these amazing fights that nobody's gonna put money behind. He tells us he's back, rolling with Don King. You know what I mean? You want to fight Devin Haney? Nobody has requested this fight, just random as anything. Adrian hasn't done anything in boxing for so long. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy to think that he could possibly want a title shot. Like, what is in that for Devin Haney? Adrian Broner. They're talking about Richardson taking on Subriel Matias. And I really want to see one of the top names take on Subriel Matias because I think he'll be beaten. Not easily, but I think he'll be beaten. I think Subriel Matias will be beaten. I know he's got a little cult thing going where people think he's this, all-conquering killer. And he is good to watch. Got some good stoppages. He's took everybody out. Well, he's lost one, but all his wins have been inside the distance. No doubt. But I'd expect Richardson to beat him, Hitchens. I expect Hitchens to beat him and outpoint him. I'd expect Devin to outpoint Matias as well. Yeah. I would. What's up, Karma? What's up, Guzzy? What's up, Crescentio? Because that Jack Catterall eliminator for the IBF title has fell apart, hasn't it? For Richardson. Some people say he stepped away from it, which was quite a shocker. But why would he step away from it? I think it is someone named London Runs Boxing said, they have their rehydration clauses on a lot of their fights, their title fights. That could have stopped him, He's a big 140-pounder, isn't it? Yeah. That could have stopped him. Go up to welterweight in Richardson. Go up to welter. You know what I mean? This kid has got, what is it, about 73-inch reach. He's about 5'10". Yeah, he could do welter. He could do welter quite easily. You know what I mean? Virtuoso. Tesh. Tahaka. What's up? Big up, man. Big up, big up. Yeah. Personally, I think the whole boogeyman Subriel Matias thing I don't know, but Richardson is next in line. Make that fight, Eddie, man. Make the fight. Make the fight, Eddie. Make the fight. Let's see it. Let's see it. I think that's a really good fight. Only problem for Richardson, he don't really bang like that, or he doesn't appear to. So if Matthias is walking him down, he doesn't have much to deter or hold him off. But he does have a very stiff jab, though, and he can live behind that jab. That see when Matthias fights someone who can live behind a jab and box behind that jab and be comfortable behind it, I just think he's going to have issues when he's having to adjust every second and try and set to throw them power punches. I think he'll struggle. I've always thought that. I've always thought that. I'm not hating on him. I like watching him. But I see a lot of limitations. Yeah. Eddie's too busy rolling around in the sandbox in Saudi to make the fight. Well, you know what it is as well, right? I'm not going to throw it all on Richardson. They're desperate to make that Josh Taylor fight with Jack Catterall. They're desperate to make it. But does Josh Taylor it's hard to read Josh Taylor these days. Like just seems all about the place. Just seems all about the place. Tio really put them hands on him last year. Put them hands on Josh. And his confidence must be like, you see, he's probably thinking to himself, he doesn't need all these names they're pulling up right now. Josh Taylor probably needs an opponent that's drafted way down the pecking order just to get his confidence back. That's what he needs right now. Because the last two performances have been shocking. They've been shocking. Like, I was watching it. I picked Josh Taylor to beat Tio and soundly to beat Tio. And I'm watching this fight. I'm like, he looked like he just aged. And he's not that old, is he? How old is Josh? Maybe 30s, early 30s. Just touched 30 or something. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening. Bill Haney, he was saying that he's been chasing Matthias, and a lot of people said, "Oh, it's Cap, it's Cap." It didn't sound Cap. It doesn't sound like it was Cap. They were chasing Matthias. How much would it take to get him in the ring? And I don't think he himself, Matthias, is scared. I don't think it's that. But what a lot of people don't realize, right? A lot of people in this generation, they want to idolize somebody who they can put in the boogeyman role. Like, oh, he's real. He'll fulfill all the realness that we want from a boxer. He'll take on all challenges. He won't let us down. He'll give us all the fights we want. But the facts are, if Matthias loses that IBF strap, he's nobody. He's nobody. Yeah? And it's just a microcosm into real life. You know? If you lose your job or you lose your hustle or your gig and you can't finance your life, yeah, you start to become obsolete. These boxers don't want to lose that belt. It's the only thing they have going for them. He can't speak English. He's not, he might be charismatic in his native land where they understand what you're saying, but he can't translate anything outside boxing to make him an attraction. Nothing at all. All he has is that belt. That's his bargaining chip. And they're not just going to sell it cheaply. I know a lot of the cult are thinking, oh, he'll just walk it. No, he just won't walk into any situation. No, he won't. Everyone keeps talking about he killed someone in the ring and he knocked everyone out. He hasn't fought none of the true talents of the division. That's the absolute truth. They don't want to hear that, but it's the absolute truth. But he is very good. He is very good. Bruce Guess, Casa, big up, big up. Salute, Triple R. As if people are complaining that Saudi crowds are not loud. Go watch fights at a pub with the drunks, then at least we are getting the fights. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it was his 68. He addressed someone. I think because I did talk about people complaining. I don't know if you thought I was talking about him. I didn't even see his video till after. Yeah. I wasn't talking about him. But yeah, people are complaining, and yeah, if I'm honest, even he himself, yeah, complaining probably a little excessively. Like what he said about a journalist doesn't just get behind a bandwagon and cheer on everything. That is true. That is true. But they also shouldn't just be a journalistic doom and gloom bringer. You know, if there's evidence that they're not doing right by the sport, or there's the potential for some type of fallout, because I hear like a lot of people complaining, well, what's it going to do to domestic boxing in Britain? What, domestic boxing in Britain, where Joshua Boatsi and Dan Aziz couldn't even sell out half of the O2 Arena? You do realize that boxing in Britain, apart from, you know, what do I call him? The cleanup man. I don't call him the landlord. I call him the cleanup man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. He's in the picture there. Apart from him, and you could say Tyson Fury and a few others, no one can really hold their weight in terms of being an attraction right now in the UK. Yeah, we've got how much world champions? Sonny just lost his belt. We've got Tyson Fury. We've got Lee Wood, and I'm talking about men boxers. And there was someone else. I forgot his name. Yeah, the Welsh kid, Joe Cordina. Yeah, there's about 3 world champions in the country. You know, when Joshua won that belt from Charles Martin, do you know how much champions we had at that time? I can't remember the number, but it's about 3 times the amount of champions that we have now. And British boxing was buzzing, mate. Proper. Yeah, that's it. Well done, Emmanuel. Billiam Smith, Chris Billiam Smith as well. There's about 4 men who've got belts in Britain. You know what I mean? That's the honest truth. Like, you want to talk about American boxing? Well, you saw Showtime just went out. PBC have got 12 dates to accommodate about 150 fighters. They're talking about Charlo versus Canelo actually over there. It looks like Canelo's just playing it safe and then he's going to slide out of the game. Will that Benavidez fight happen, and how will it affect his legacy if he doesn't fight David Benavidez? Like, I haven't been very complimentary of Benavidez, but I think after watching him dismantle Andrade, even though Andrade was, like a bit chinny, a bit inactive, he dismantled him, and yeah, that's the fight to make. I don't think he should fight Charlo, inactive Charlo, unproven at the weight, like his brother was unproven at the weight. Although at least his brother, had a bit, going for him in terms of form at 154. But Jamal is a wreck right now. I mean, he's got Caleb Plant issues, man. Caleb slapped him up in that basement or wherever it was at the Spence and Crawford fight. That's the fight that Charlo should be taking, man. Canelo, you can do better than that. You should fight David Benavidez. That's why I think. I think Canelo should fight David Benavidez on the PBC. They were talking about May that he might fight Charlo, and the first card is in March. Who was the names that they had potentially to go ahead there? Yeah. Right, where are we at? Crescencio, he says, love the Saudis for what they're doing for the sport. Guzzi, I can see a Rigondeaux type career. Who's that for? Matthias? I don't think people are really ducking Matthias like that. I just don't think probably Ryan Garcia ducking him. Definitely Ryan Garcia. I think 140 has the potential to really be a hot division, but it's one of the issues. Like, people complain about the Saudis, but until they put up the money, a lot of fighters are getting away without taking the fights. But the Saudis will expose people. Like, if Tank Davis is offered a huge bag by Mr. Al Sheikh and he turns the Haney fight down, then he exposes himself, doesn't he? He exposes himself. That bag, it's really put a different complexion on things, and they can't use excuses like, "Oh, we don't like Eddie Hearn's personality, why we're not taking the fight," or "We don't want to fight on that." They're not a promotional outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just putting up the money, and if you claim you're a prize fighter and you're not taking the money, then that's an issue. That is an issue. Jason Cotterell, he says, boxer going backwards. And by downsizing the venue, they're showing little or no ambition for the sports. No wonder they're not getting a sniff of the Saudi money. Oh, man. They're talking about, Richard Riakporhe fighting Chris Billiam Smith at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace. Richard can't fill out Crystal Palace, and I don't even know what their capacity is, but it's a football ground. I mean, like, Richard can't fill out a football ground. The fight has to go back to Bournemouth. That's where it goes, where Chris is. Yeah. Go back to a nice is it a seaside town, Bournemouth? I think they got a beach there, isn't it? Yeah. Go back to Bournemouth. Yeah, I think they got a seaside at Bournemouth. Does Bournemouth have a seaside? I don't even know my own country. Yeah, go back to Bournemouth. Go back to Bournemouth. Chris is doing the crowds. I don't see the problem. Bournemouth seafront. I've never been to Bournemouth, Anyone been to Bournemouth? What's it like? What's it like, people? Bournemouth. Dr. Wu. Dread Electric. Dojo. Does it? Man, Richard, go to Bournemouth and take the title. If you've beat the guy already, so I don't really foresee any issues for Richard taking Billy Smith out, bringing the strap back to Ellsbury or wherever he's from. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you can't do him in like 9 rounds, because from what I saw of that guy against Masternak, he did win the fight though. So that's one thing you can't. I don't discount someone who manages to win, even if they're not as talented. Obviously, they don't have the obvious talent that others have. Because I watched the penultimate round where he stopped Masternak and he did land some big body shots. And that's after getting his head smacked around the place. Like, his defense, he's got the worst defense I think I've seen from a British champion for a long time. And how Lawrence Okoli let Chris beat him is quite. Oh. Okay, Dr. Woodok says Bournemouth is beautiful. Is it okay? Yeah. Dojo, Chris Bournemouth Smith isn't world level. Well, you can't really say he's not world level. He's got a world title. So what you're saying is inaccurate, whether you like that or not. He is world level. How is he not world level? He just won a world title. He's got the WBO strap. He's world level. Of course he's world level. Come on, man. Dr. Woodok. Boxer promised to make Richard a star of boxing. Yeah, they promised Joshua Buatsi the same thing. He's been there a year. He's had one fight against Stefan Poal, the Polish guy. That was in Birmingham, and they were walking out the stadium. And apparently, Matchroom have Boxer and Sky in a 7.7 million lawsuit. And Sky thought his contract was up, but it appears to be a breach of contract. And from what I hear, like Matchroom are going to skate this case. They're going to skate it from what they're saying. And they said Matchroom said they did actually match the material term of the matching right, and they've lost a lot of potential money on Buatsi, and they're talking about 7.7 million. And if they do lose the case, Boxer, it's an epic fail because Buatsi hasn't even recouped, a fraction of what they've paid him out. And then they're going to have to go pay Matchroom money as well. And he better perform against Dan Aziz. He really better perform. And even if he does beat Dan Aziz, he could be on the sideline while this legal situation plays out. And he's in his 30s and he hasn't really fulfilled his potential, ain't fought for a world title. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Also, not Matchroom, Boxer appeared to be in bed with this, is it Masad Majid character, who looks a bit dodgy actually, isn't he? He tampered with the test match between Britain and Pakistan some years back, match fixing, and he done a 3-year bird for it as well. Done a bird, and he's got back into boxing. He manages Chris Eubank and he's dealing with Ben Shalom. And then Ben Shalom is on TalkSport talking to Simon Jordan, talking to Jim, and they're passively telling Ben, let me set up how they ran it. So Ben is saying, yeah, we deal with him, because that's who the boxer's agent is. And so, and Simon Jordan had to drag Eddie and Frank Hearn. Well, Eddie and Frank have dealt with him as well. So, do you think the board should regulate it so you don't have to deal with people like this? And he just let him skate. And he does that all the time. Like, if that was on the other foot, I'm not even going to say if it was just Eddie. If that was Frank Warren, he would have interrogated them way harder. But what it is, Rupert Murdoch, he owns TalkSport and Sky. So they're just getting a pass over a boxer. Do you know how much fights haven't tested for UCAD or VADA? Like Michaela Mayer, she sold them out just the other day that her fight with Alicia Baumgardner, no testing, no VADA, and no UCAD. And they just skate all the time. Yeah, so boxer, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, man. Boxer, not a good look. They've got Michaela and Natasha, or as I call her, Tasha. You know what I mean? I know a few Tashas. And they're all divas. They're all divas. All Tashas are divas. You know what I mean? Guzzy, Chris building a spliff. That's it. Come like him up building a spliff. Like he's smoking a spliff in the ring the way he eats. It's like just wandering around and getting his head tagged. Dojo said Mayor is fine as fuck though. Really? Damn, son. Well, everyone's got different tastes. You know what I mean? Some people see that like that. Michaela Mayer for me though, no, I can't. I can't concur with her being as fine as AF. Jen Cal, my auntie named Natasha, complete nutcase. Yeah, they can be a bit of a handful, Natasha's. Big up, Jen. Michael Reed, if he has served his time, he shouldn't be allowed to earn a living. Who are we talking about? Oh, Majid. Well, it's not that he can't earn a living. Like what it does though, it brings the integrity of some of the figureheads who get into boxing, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It kind of the press obviously. I mean, look what happened to Michael Kinahan. And here's the thing, like the British Boxing Board of Control, anything Conor Benn related, they run to Ben Shalom. But when there's guys like this, and they did that with Daniel Kinahan, this Majid, they're silent. They got nothing to say. Nothing to say. Jed Carl said, Mayo is average as F, not great looking at all. Well, listen, there's plenty men who wouldn't push it out of the sack. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, different horses for different courses. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Woodog. Ben Shalom has no long-term planning. Just wants to get one over Eddie Hearn. Yeah, basically. Case K, what's up, Case? Big up, Case. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, is what it is, man. Like, yeah, they're struggling over there. Oh, you think Jonas takes it on points? I was saying on Twitter, I think Mayor's going to win it. I think Natasha, you know what I mean? I don't know. She's getting on it. She's getting on a bit. She's getting on. Emmanuel says, as Alicia said, Mayor is a horse-faced Karen. Yeah, that was harsh. That did bun her as well. She did bun Michaela when she said that. Bun Michaela. Like, wounded. Yeah, that was harsh. I remember that. I remember that. Kelvin at Dojo, simp. He's not a simp. How is he a simp? He said that he finds her attractive. It's not a simp. Not a simp. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Big up Lisa Bells. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Josh Taylor don't want that cattle. He wants an easy touch. Doesn't want that cattle smoke. You can understand that. He might want to go down the pecking order some. Like, you see Joe Joyce, who's he taking on? Cash Ali. I was trying to remember the name. Cash Ali. Imagine that. This time last year, we was talking about Joe Joyce as the ultimate challenge for a Fury USAC winner. You know what I mean? He could knock out AJ. Can he take Wilder's punch? And now he's fighting Cash Ali on the I think he's on someone's undercard as well. Cash Ali, but it is what it is. He's got to start from somewhere. It was a bad third round knockout loss to Zhang last time out, and he's actually like Cash Ali is probably the weakest opponent of his career. Maybe not actually, but he's up there. I mean, remember he fought Ian Lewison on his debut. That was quite a stiff debut. You know what I mean? And Cash, he's okay. This is a decent fighter, but Joe was the top contender in the world after he beat Joseph Parker. Look where he is now. I don't think Joe ever gets back to where he was, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I think Zhang took a lot of that. Like, there's no way with Joe's ability, you don't throw Joe straight back into a rematch with someone technically as adept as Zhang. You don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, Joe is not an Anthony Joshua. Lost to Andy Ruiz, embarrassed himself, if we're honest. You know what I mean? Whether we're fans of Josh or not, he embarrassed himself in the MSG. But he has ability, don't he? He has speed. He has there's a certain quality about his heavyweight game, Joshua. You know what I mean? Punches hard. He's fast. He's got quicker feet than Joyce, and he made the adaptations and the adjustments. That's not Joe. Joe can't do that, man. Joe can fight one way. They said they're going to make adjustments to Joe Joyce, and that's a disaster. This is a guy who believed in this concrete chin, and he fought exactly as a result. Like, yeah, I could just take shots and walk through them and mow people down. So making adjustments on someone like that is too much of a culture shock. Joe won't be able to absorb all these new high-tech ways of boxing. What's he going to do? Throw one punch and then start clinching? Nobody's going to go to watch Joe Joyce do that. They want to see the juggernaut. But the problem with the juggernaut is he can get good wins, like stopping Joseph Parker. But if you study him hard enough, there's a lot, to work on. There's a lot to work on with Joe. Like, his left hand sometimes takes... No, his right hand. It's his right hand. His right hand, so it takes a year to get to the target. It's like, what is that, Joe? Like there's the trajectory just like horrible. It's horrible. And he has to lose weight as well because, his legs were really big against Zhang and he's just heavy and just like, he looked shocking. He looked absolutely shocking in the rematch. I thought the first fight was bad. Looked absolutely shocking. Yeah, Cash Ali. Bizzle, what's up? Kelvin says Joyce should stop Zhang, or Cash, I should say, in 5. Oh, yeah. Cash and Nathan Gorman lost to that Ukraine geezer, didn't they? Yeah. Made Nathan Gorman look silly. Advanced Animation Academy. You would like Bournemouth. Just make sure you go on a day when the UK is 30 centigrade and the sea breeze will cool you down. Sounds pretty good, Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. A trip to Bournemouth might be in order. Just a day. Spend a Saturday out there or something. It's only up the road as well. See, that's the good thing about England, man. Everything's just up the road. Everything is up the road, man. Like in America, you drive flipping 500 miles let's say you're in the East Coast, you're still in the fucking East Coast. You drive 500 miles in the UK, you end up in Wales or Scotland. Yeah. Don't take it serious, though, Joe. You know what I mean? Don't take it serious. You know what I mean? Listen, they say there's somebody for everybody. You get me? There's somebody for everybody. It is what it is. She's got a boyfriend anyway. She's got a boyfriend. I think she dates a black dude, isn't it? With dreads. She's got a boyfriend. It's not like she can't get men. Foundational but broken America. I like walkable cities. Okay. Dojo. Honestly, I'm surprised Joe Joyce went as far as he did without already taking an L. Yeah. Yeah. Joe's got a long route back, man. My sinuses have started blocking up again. Thank you very much. Jed Carl. It's crazy where Joyce is now and where Parker is. Who would have ever thought boxing is crazy, unpredictable? Yeah, they've changed positions. I mean, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Joyce and Wilder, like bloody hell. Dr. Wu said Joyce was kind of disrespectful to AJ. Yeah, remember he's calling AJ Chinny. Remember that? Yeah. Chinny, he's Chinny, he's Chinny, he's Chinny. Yeah, remember all that. Remember all that. But you see, you notice AJ never goes back. Hey, remember what you said? You said that. He doesn't go back and taunt them for what they say. Yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah, Parker did well to come back, Joe Stunner. He done well to come back. Although, in hindsight, I did pick Wilder, but he's old now. He's old. He's old, and he's rusty, old. He's took bad beatings from Tyson Fury. A lot of people called it, but you see, sometimes these things are easy to read, but you just have if you don't see the signs, then not so easy. But yeah, a lot of people call. I think Rob Tebbutt he called it. Joe Parker with a few other people called it. Who have I got between Zhang and Parker, Kelvin? I think Parker has a very good chance. I think Parker has a very good chance. Yeah, I actually do. I think he has a very good chance. I don't know if he wins though, but I have to break it down a bit more, Kelvin. Dojo said all of AJ's rivals are dropping like flies. Yeah. I tell you what though, the Joshua and Ngannou fight, obviously, like I think Ngannou's going to take a beating, but like he definitely has the equalizer, and he's got a hybrid style of boxing, which hasn't been tampered by too much coaching. Sometimes we think, oh yeah, he's been a boxer since he was 10, so he's got a great advantage. But sometimes boxers get a bit stale and overcoached, and it's not just boxing. In other in industries of life, sometimes you can just do something too long, and you yourself become a little predictable. Yeah, yeah, that's it, Doctor Wu. Wilder was going to sit on the sidelines until that Saudi money came up. It exposed him. Who, Lennox Lewis? You know something? I don't care. I know a lot of few. There's a few people who ain't been happy. Oh, Beats, you shouldn't be saying that about Lennox. Screw him. Screw that clown. Yeah, I don't care how good he was or anything. I don't like him. I don't like him. I do not like him. Yeah. I was watching a video that someone showed me, yeah, and he was doing some training video with someone, and they started talking about Fury and Ngannou. Do you know this geezer? This geezer broke down the whole fight, talking about what Ngannou could do and this, that, and what Fury did, and didn't condemn the fight once, even though that blocked Undisputed. He didn't condemn it once. Yeah? But when AJ's taking the fight, oh, why are you taking the fight? I just don't like Lennox. I just don't like Lennox Lewis. I just don't like him. I don't like him. And I don't care who knows and who doesn't think I can say whatever I want. And if me and you ain't gonna be cool because of that, well, go along where y'all go. I don't like him. I don't like Lennox Lewis. I don't like him. He's a clown, yeah. He's a clown. He is a clown. He's an idiot. Lennox is a fool. Obsessed with AJ Case. Obsessed. Obsessed. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's trying to relive his career through AJ. You know what I mean? I don't know what, and he had a good career. But no time for him at all. Don't like him. To be honest, like even like from when he was calling Frank and Uncle, I was like, why is he calling Frank and Uncle Tom? Based on what? All right, Frank's not Dr. Umar, but that'll make him an Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? Flipping hell. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo anyway. Not a fan. Dr. Woodog. Lennox was a PBC shill whilst accusing AJ of ducking Wilder. Yeah. Yeah, he forgets a lot of stuff. Yeah, Joe, yeah, Wilder used to want to catch bodies. You know what I mean? But nah, it's all about Awashka and doing these dodgy it was the game these TV shows and what's it called? Traitor, where he broke down in tears and being in the studio singing on Afro beats. Big up Lisa Bells. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, everybody, if you can. Triple R. Lewis was jealous that Bruno was more popular in Britain. Of course he was. Of course he was. Bruno's Uncle Tom doing pantomime. Listen, Bruno broke doors down for black, not just boxers, but he broke doors down for black athletes in the 80s. He broke down doors. Say what you want, right? We had a few headliners before Frank Bruno, like Conte and the likes of 154 pounder. What's his name again? From Trinidad and Tobago. I forgot his name now. He was the WBC light middleweight champion. Yeah, but you know they didn't headline until they won world titles, and you know what I'm saying. Morris Hope I was thinking about. Yeah, when they won world titles, they headlined. Frank Bruno from when he was debuting, was a headline flipping boxer, a black boxer in the UK headlining. Albert Hall, Wembley. Yeah. He broke down a lot of doors. A whole lot of doors. A whole lot of doors. Like, he was the first black athlete to get endorsements like that over here, and that transferred over to the likes of, well, maybe you had Daley Thompson before. Daley Thompson, Frank Bruno. But, you know, the likes of Linford Christie, and then you had the influx of footballers in the 80s as well. But Bruno broke down a lot of doors. I remember Frank Bruno, Joe Stoddard, he remembers Harry Carpenter saying that he'd be happy if Frank dated his daughter. That was a big deal back in the day, yeah. Mixed race couples were stigmatized badly. Broke down, like, black athletes were able to, you know, coexist with their white peers and earn. You know what I mean, get endorsements and stuff. Yeah. Lennox, the only one hating on thing. Like, yeah, I've heard Mike got at AJ because he lost, and he should. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you lost, and like, you want to put him to rights. Yeah, you got no integrity. You know what I mean? And like, you need to get your teeth back, AJ. And yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this guy just hating. Just anyway. Ugh. Just don't like him. Just don't like the guy. Waste man. Proper waste man, that. Yeah. But listen, man. Joshua's doing his thing, bro. He's doing his thing. He can say what he wants. He doesn't, like, you know, he just knocked off the #1 IBF contender, just knocked him off. You know, and when he beat him, he used to spar with him, so he knows everything about him. I mean, do people listen to what they're saying? So, okay, he sparred 110 rounds with him, so he knows everything about Wallin. Huh? So Wallin knows everything about him too. Why is it all in favor of AJ that they sparred each other? You know what I mean? Wallin knows everything about him. Crazy. Dojo, he said, I agree, Beats. I think Parker could win the Zhang fight. Yeah, he could. Yeah, styles make fights, man. And like, he's not going to stand in front of Zhang like Joe did. You know what I mean? And he's got better, like, well, it depends really. Because, yeah, you know, like, he looked like he trained hard for the Wilder fight. And the movement that he wasn't showing against Parker, we saw some of it against Wilder. You know what I mean? Lennox Lewis. Yeah, fighting Ngannou doesn't get him a shot at the winner, I think. Well, not according to Turki Al-Sheikh, Your Excellency. The winner of Ngannou and Joshua is going to fight for that. You see that belt in their mouth, right? They ain't just going to let anyone fight for it, bro. You know what I mean? AJ's going to fight for that undisputed belt. And they're going to put up such a bag for the winner that either Ngannou or AJ is going to fight for that belt. Simple as. What do you know, Lennox? What do you know? Yeah. One who didn't have no definition. So what? So now you wanted AJ to train him so he had definition. Gee, listen. I don't like him or Andre Ward. Yeah? Can't stand them. They really get on my nerves. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fury said he's going to vacate one of the belts if he wins anyway. So, providing AJ does what he has to do, I don't want to fight Usyk again. But this time, I think, boy, I can't even. Nah. You beat twice, so I ain't saying nothing. I don't want to Usyk fight. I don't want to see the Usyk fight. He's very smug, Lisa. Very smug. Very smug. You know what I mean? Very, very smug. Maybe, look, he got a difficult trot out here, but he made it difficult for himself, right? You know what I mean? When did he leave London? What, when he was 10 or 11? I think he was a Hammersmith boy. You know what I mean? You come back in your 20s, right? And who were the two biggest promoters back then? Duff was still about, but he was fading a little. I mean, the star was fading, but Duff was still there. And he still had some star power. And Frank Warren. This geezer goes and signs with Frank Maloney. What are you signing with Frank Maloney for? You even signed with the cartel of Frank Warren. He signs with flipping Frank Maloney. No one knew who Frank Maloney was. And Frank Maloney was a puppet for Frank Warren. One of the reasons Lennox left Frank Maloney is because he found out that, Maloney had to refer to Frank Warren for a lot of the moves he makes. He was basically, Frank Warren's armpit. And then obviously he thought he was a woman. I tell you what, man. I'll say this once, and I'm going to say it and mean it. If you're a dude and you transition into an ugly-looking woman, what is the point? What is the point? It doesn't make no sense at all. If you're going to transition into a woman and look like an ugly, horrible, scary face-looking woman, I really don't get it. You must have some real fucking shit you need to sort out. Yeah, Lennox was, yeah, that's it. He's from East Ham, that's it. East Ham, East Ham, yeah. Well, yeah. Or was it West Ham? Was he West Ham or East Ham? Why did I think Hammersmith? Bizzle, Ward ducked Adonis. Yeah, he did duck Adonis. He did duck him. He definitely ducked Adonis. Like people say he ducked Artur Beterbiev. Beterbiev had about 10 or 11 fights. Stop it. You know what I mean? He had about 10 or 11 fights. Although he was the mandatory for a fight with Ward. And then did Ward retire? Yeah. He should have fought Adonis. Who he should have fought was Adonis. He should have at least championed to go undisputed against Adonis. But he didn't. He didn't. Talking about, you can fight Joshua. Please take that. Please do that. Please do. You didn't even fight a cruiserweight, man. Come on, man. Rich Phoenix. Is Lennox the first WBC email champion in the modern era? No. Ken Norton. Ken Norton, the first email champion. Ken Norton. Ward was right about Yard, but he did shit on Yard a lot, though, for no reason. That's just like, and you know what I don't like what he does, yeah? Sometimes he'll play the mixed race thing and say, oh, I don't like how you guys, like when he was dealing with Fred Hawthorne, you're turning it into a black thing now. Why are you turning it into a black thing? When I'm all embracing of everybody. And then when it suits him, he'll try the pro-black thing. What did he say about, he said something about a journalist about, oh, your fighters don't do that well when they fight the likes of me, Floyd and Bernard and stuff like that. I mean, like, so what's that now? So 1 minute, you know what I mean, you're not about all that tribalist shit, and then when it suits you, your agenda, then you are. Listen, man, he's a weirdo. He's another weirdo. Another weirdo. Another weirdo. And them guys, you know, him, Carl Froch, you had your time, you did what you did, and you did it well. You know what I mean? Now let these guys do what they're doing and start hating. You, Lennox, Froch, come on. Case says, right, Beats. He does the pro-black thing when it's convenient. Then the mixed race, I love everyone card when it's convenient. Yeah, he does. He does. That's exactly what he does. Exactly what, and I sussed it. I sussed it. Like, did Floyd? What did Floyd said he was ducking someone? Floyd said, no. I think Floyd said he lost to Kovalev, and he said some other stuff. And he said, Floyd, you know you can't say that when they're looking at us. Who's they? What do you mean by that? Now you got into this code thing now. You know what I mean? They looking at us. Who's us? Who's they? At least Wilder would just say, yeah. You know what I mean? Or the PBC guy would just say, yeah, and call it black and white down the middle. This guy here, nah, I'm not feeling him at all, man. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Not one bit. Big up, Tone. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah. Keep it real, brother. Keep it real. Bizzle, Ward's 2 suspect wins over Kovalev. Oh, the nut shots, yeah? The nut shots. Jeff, he says, yeah, it's a bad look to be salty, retired guy on the outskirts. Well, it must hurt, though, because when Ward fought the Super 6 tournament, which he won against Froch, yeah? It was a little different. Like, there was an audience there for it. But, you know, like, since then, a lot of stuff happened in it, like the Brits. You know what I mean? Like, remember, after he beat Carl Froch in the final, right? He had about 2 scraps, didn't he? I think he had the WBA and maybe the WBO strap. I think Stieglitz had the IBF and I can't remember how it went. Or he might have the WBC as well. So he beats Froch, unanimous wrap up. Froch goes away, licks his wounds. In my opinion, Ward should have done all he could to get that Lucian Bute fight. He shouldn't have left food on the table. He left food on the table. You know, Eddie Hearn, desperate to get in the... Listen, Eddie was like, okay, I'm here on Sky, but he was struggling. Matchroom was struggling. This was a hard, tough period for British boxing all around. A very tough period. And I remember picking Carl Froch to beat Lucian Bute. But I thought he was going to do it on points. And that vacant WBA title, was it a WBA strap? No, it was an IBF. No, Lucian had the IBF strap. No, Stieglitz had the WBO belt. Stieglitz had the WBO. And Froch battered him. And Froch never looked back. He never looked back after that. He became a star over. I don't think he fought abroad after the Bute fight. He fought most of the tournament abroad, apart from the Dirrell fight in Nottingham. And he never looked back. Done the 80,000 crowd with George. I mean, the 2 George Grove fights are cemented in British boxing history in contemporary British boxing history. And he became more popular than Ward because he was getting knockouts. And let's face it, I mean, like, Ward technically better than Froch, but Froch provided more spills and thrills with what he did. Punch harder. And he let him back in. So that must have pissed him off. And then seeing AJ eclipse the 80,000 and, you know, Tyson Fury doing stadium fights and British boxing, this, that. I think a lot of it pisses a lot of them off, you know. You know what I mean? Seeing the success that a lot of these boxers could have. I think, you mean, a lot of them, you know, probably a bit, you know what I mean? Well, I wasn't getting that attention, but, you know, things take time. Like, they came at the wrong end of social media. They was at the experimental stage of social media, the likes of Ward. You know? And he didn't know how to sell himself. He just didn't know how to sell it. He couldn't nail the Golovkin fight. Couldn't get that fight. And Tom said Ward was inactive after the Super 6. Yeah, he was either in legal trouble or injured. You know what I mean? This guy nearly got knocked out by Darnell Moon, talking about you can beat heavyweights. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, Tone. He should have fought Adonis. He should have fought. I wanted to see that fight, bro. I wanted to see that fight. I really wanted to see that fight. And he lost the first fight against Kovalev. And I'm not saying that because I've got my post-fight video up live, doing the live comment. He lost that fight, and I said it. I said it there. He lost. And listen, I hated Kovalev. I wanted Kovalev to get broke up. You know what I mean? I was celebrating when he won the second fight, Ward. But he definitely lost the first fight. Definitely lost. Yeah, he's still talking about fighting AJ Karma. He's still talking about fighting AJ. He said it would be an easier fight than the Calzaghe fight. Nah, come on, man. He was a man. Anyway, we all know all that happened. We all know all that happened. I mean, he wasn't even knocking out 168 pounders. Yeah, I want to see it. What, Kovalev is a cruiserweight now, Joe Stunner, isn't he? He's a cruiserweight. Case K, I guess Ward thought he'd be a mixed race. He was going to appeal to black and white fan base. Listen, it just come down to his style. His style just kind of sucked the life out of the. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know. He was never as good as Floyd. Some people said he took Floyd the pound for pound. No, he wasn't as good as Floyd. He wasn't as good as Floyd. Let's keep it real. He did what he had to do. Any more topics on boxing? Not much, really, people. Not much. Not much. Not much. I've done a poll on Eubank and Conor Benn. No, not Conor Benn. Caleb Brook. And that's the biggest poll I had on Twitter. I think it was about 700 plus votes, you know. And they all, not all. I was surprised there were 30% would be interested in that fight. 70% no. But what I'd like to ask that 30%, would you pay pay-per-view? Because it's going pay, you know, Chris, what is his dad said he's a money man. He's a money man. Chris wants to get paid, so it's going on pay-per-view. Would you pay for it? I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't pay for it. Yeah, he did. He fought Pula's brother Karma. Yeah. I just can't see Kovalev. Like, imagine if Kovalev against Jai Opetaia now. You know what I mean? He'd get destroyed. Could he beat Kieran Smith though? He probably could, you know. Probably could. But I don't know. If Chris, you know, like Chris came back with that body attack against Masternak. If he works Kovalev, I think Chris will beat Kovalev now at 175 at cruiser. Bizzle ladies fight tomorrow. Yeah, Michaela. Case K Wood knocked out a drained, washed Chad Dawson. That was the last guy he knocked out for real. Yeah, you put the hands on Chad that night, though. Chad caught the hands, bro. Yeah, Opetaia would kill Kovalev right now. He'd kill him. Even Bradis would do damage to Kovalev. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Not much more topics, really, people. Not much more topics. I'm just going to be here, like, trying to think of something clever to keep y'all going. You know what I mean? What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? Let's look at Boxing Social, then Boxing Scene, and see what topics they have. Okay. Hasim Rahman predicts Joshua and Ngannou. Yeah. Sean Porter predicts Terence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez is a really good fight. I actually do think it's a good fight. I actually do think it's a good fight. It'd be more competitive than the Spence fight, I'll tell you that now. But ultimately, you know what I mean, I believe Crawford would win. If Teofimo was to turn over Crawford, that would be a sensational win, man. That would just throw the boxing game into turmoil. He would like the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol to. Yeah, they want Beterbiev and Bivol to take on Opetaia and stuff like that. They're not ready. They're not. These light heavies, I don't think they're about that. I don't think they're about that. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua reveals the issue that bothered him during Francis Ngannou press conference. Okay. Joshua spoke of a small issue that irked him at the press conference to announce the fight. And it was a perceived lack of respect regarding his promoter, a Matchroom CEO Eddie Hearn. I wanted them to reference him as a Hall of Fame promoter, but they didn't. But I thought, I'm not going to cause any drama today. I'm going to let it slide. Okay. He explained why he thinks Hearn is the best in the game. He said, Eddie is a hot promoter. In his opinion, he guided me from zero up to now, one of the best in the game, and he's trying to take over the market globally, and I really respect him. It's fair to say Hearn has done a fine job for Joshua, and should Joshua beat Ngannou, the pair will be heading towards one of the biggest ever fights as they look to take on the winner of Fury and Usyk on February the 17th. Well, the Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn story in a time period, let's say AJ's retired, is quite iconic to British boxing. It will be. It will be a story that resonates and stands the test of time. You know what I mean? Definitely. Joe Stunner, did you see that Bruce Seldon is now living in a homeless shelter? Oh, gosh. Former WBA champion, you know. That's crazy. That's crazy. What happened to all their money, man? These boxers. A lot of them got on substances as well, you know, and like, you know, bad business investments and homeless shelter. Well, he's still breathing. He's still breathing, so fortunes can turn around. Life is what it is. You know what I mean? That's crazy, though. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Dojo, Chris needs to fight that top ranked fighter. I don't think he's a killer like they say he is. Well, Johnny Beck, Alun Kalalai. He should fight him. He should, but you know, remember he instructed the sanctioning body. Was it the WBO to take him out of the contender position? He didn't want the fight, and then the other day he was claiming he wanted the fight, and now they're talking about him fighting flipping Kell Brook. Listen, man, let's Junior, man. Joke thing, bro. Joke thing, Junior. You know about that life, brother. You know about that life. You know about it. Yeah, I remember Bruce Seldon, man. Remember Bruce Seldon? When Riddick Bowe, remember Riddick ironed him up. And when he fought, who was it? The Joe Hip, the Indian guy. Mike Tyson. Remember on the same night when Tupac died. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently Trinidad almost went through all his money case. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing, man. They probably think they're never gonna go broke. Jeff. They think they're never gonna go broke, but that's the thing, man, with money. Like there's a skill in money management that is underestimated by most of us, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. How do you keep hold of that money? Did he get all that money? You know what I mean? Like we assume that people are making that money, but they're not. Like you know, they're not always clearing what we think they are. You know, sad. It is sad. I don't think Riddick Bowe's got most of his money. I know Lennox has. Lennox still got a lot of money. It's one of them things, man. One of them things. One of them things. Case K, Seldon Fake being knocked out by Tyson. Yeah, it was a strange one, wasn't it? It was a strange one. Yeah, FBA. Once the money stops coming in, your spending catches up. Yeah. Like in these days, man, like flipping, you need so much money just to like. It's crazy, man. Like electric bills are just ridiculous right now. Absolutely ridiculous, and it's cold as well. And like a lot of people are having to switch. You know, not me, bro. I'm gonna switch off heating, bro, because I'm not able with the cold. I'll switch off the heating, bro. I can't be doing that in a cold room. Yeah. Divorce, multi-baby mothers like Dr. Rudolph drain your pockets. Yeah. So he had a divorce. Or Riddick Bowe, he had a divorce as well. Probably cost him a fortune. Yeah, you got to pay them taxes, Joe. You know what I mean? A lot of them get the money and spend. Spend, spend. I haven't written out a Matron 5 or a Queensbury 5 yet, fella. But it's something I mean, I want to contemplate doing it. But it depends. Will Eddie be allowed to use his foreign outlets? You know what I mean? That's the question. That's the question. You know what I mean? Have is Felix Cash still with Matchroom? I'd like to see Felix Cash against Hamza Shiraz. Carmen says, I don't put on my heat unless it's all below freezing. I'm not paying hundreds for electric. No, I can't take the cold, man. I have to put the heating on, man. I mean, can't take the cold. See, you guys are a lot younger than me, so you can do all that shit there. Wait till you get to my age. You need the heating. You need the heating, bro. That's why I don't understand how people like get addicted to stuff, and when you got priorities like food bills and heating and fuel, petrol, and you know what I mean. And I don't understand that, man. I understand that. You'd probably be better off going to a rehab center and cleaning it up rather than, you know what I mean, crazy. Joe Stunner, those heating bills are insane, yet the government does nothing to rein them in. Yeah, I was watching who was it? Like one of the shareholders of one of the fuel companies. They was on the news, and the company made billions. I can't remember how much billion, a couple of billion. What was it last year? And he was quite transparent. He said he himself made 4.5 million. He himself 4.5, and you're like, damn, bro. I mean, none of the trickle is coming back down to reduce the bills, though. Yeah, yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. What can you do, people? What can you do? What can you do? In saying that, though, in saying that, if you budget, no, I can't say that. Let me just speak for myself, not for everybody. Budgeting, you know what I mean? Like, uh, I can deal with all what's going on, bro. You know what I mean? I can deal with the budget. And people can't cook. They keep saying shit like it's cheaper to buy McDonald's than it is to cook, which is a big load of nonsense. Oh, by the time you put the gas stove on and cook, it costs all this. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Learn how to cook food. You know what I mean? Learn how to cook food for your family and yourself. There's no way it's cheaper to buy takeaways every day than cook. You know what I mean? Don't buy designer clothes and stuff. Leave all that alone. You'll be all right. You can buy good clothes without. Well, but if you then again, I can't see. I shouldn't say all crap like this. If you like the brand, yeah, pay for it. Cool. But it all does cost. I mean, if you go into the excess, I should say, it will cost money. Yeah, like how much does a McDonald's meal? You know what I mean? A good McDonald's meal cost. It's not cheap. You know what I mean? It's probably about £8. £8. I mean, like flipping out. You can buy a couple of days dinner for the family for that if you know what to buy. I'm talking about veg, meat. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a budget case. Yeah, that's it. You got to do the budget. You know what I mean? Even today, I was up Ridley Road. We picked up. You know what I mean? Some fish. You know what I mean? Some hard food and everything. Crazy. But yeah, the bills, they can mount up, man. They can mount up. And they're making serious profits. He was transparent. He said he made. All I remember, he said he had a personal, 4.5 profit for himself. And the guy asked him, "Okay, well, if you're saying you're concerned about the people in the middle, why take the money?" He says, "Well, I don't decide what I'm paying in this." He wasn't giving it up, bro. He wasn't giving it. Oh, dear. He wasn't giving up that money, bro. Would I give it up? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Case K. Fast food is expensive. Pizza in America is ridiculously expensive. Well, if you're going to feed a family on pizza, you know what I mean? It's going to be at least. It's going to be a bit of money, and like you're not going to carry it over like to the next day. You're going to eat it right there and then tomorrow you still got to go find food for the family again. It's crazy. Dr. Wu said chicken is cheaper. I think the option somebody said was it mince meat or chicken. And Garner can give AJ problems, says Steve Robinson. Yeah, he could, or AJ could like make him look a bit stupid in there equally. Could one of the two. Toad said the thing about America is that you have to tip every CUNT liberties. Well, that's optional though, isn't it? So not all Americans tip, you know. Not all Americans tip, bro. Karma said, I can't even get my wings anymore. They cost almost $20. I'm sorry I'm not paying that. Yeah. Telling you, man. Everything's gone up, bro. Everything is gone up. Like I bought some yellow yam. A nice bit, man. Cost, what was it? £8? But, you know what I mean? The way you see this is the way I see it. Yeah, I barely drink. Rarely do I drink. I don't smoke. So me paying out whatever for my food, listen. I'm eating properly, bro. I'm eating properly. Eating properly. Yeah. Carmen says she tips service people. Many of them depend on that money. Yeah, that is true. That is true. In Britain, though, the people that Brits don't really tip like that. Although you can't really tip at McDonald's. Where's there really to tip in Britain like that? I guess it's if the Uber guy comes round and you're doing Uber Eats, you can, you know what I mean, give the biker a tip. I guess. You know what I mean. Okay, so I'm talking about commercial pizzas being ridiculously expensive, like Pizza Hut and Domino's. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man, and we're talking fast food. These are not expensive restaurants, like you know what I mean? Like there's a proper posh Indian restaurant where I live, and it's really good. It is really good, but I probably go in there maybe twice for the year. Because I ain't spending all that. I ain't spending all that. Spending all that money, man. It's a lot of money. Guzzy, he said you don't spend more than £5 on a takeaway. £5? What can you get for £5? You can you even can you get burger, chips, and drink for that? Probably. Ukraine war got food prices going wild, says FBA. Well, you got the Ukraine and Russia war. You got the Yemen thing going down as well. Afghanistan, Israel, Iran versus Pakistan. It's Guzzy. He's Brummy style. Brummy. Big up the Brummy. Lisa. She tips waiters and waitresses, etc. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. £5. I mean, like, Jed Carla spent $100, which is 50 English pound, at a Turkish restaurant last night. Wow. That's yeah. Did you get a good service for that? As long as you get a good. See, the thing is, you know what I mean. If you can afford it, you've got to use the money to do the things you want to do. Because if you don't, if you have a lot of money and you don't use it to do the things you want to do, then you can't inspire yourself. You can't have the money and it just sits there. I'm not going to spend it on stuff. I mean, I like that because you won't be able to inspire yourself to go get more money. It is what it is. So you know, like you see, like the Indian restaurant, I'll go maybe twice for the year and get food there. But it's really expensive. It is really expensive. You know what I mean? Case K also post COVID inflation. Thankfully, you can feed yourself for a fiver around my area. For how many days? A fiver? Because a fiver. How long could a fiver? Okay, for a fiver, I could get some brown rice for about pound and change. Um, I could get some veg It depends what you buy. It can be done, man. It can be done. Can be done. Can be done. Fiver per day. Oh yeah, fiver per day. You should be able to feed yourself for a fiver per day. You should be able to. Although you won't be able to get, say, like a nice, you know what I mean, like braising steak or nothing like that, because I mean that would take up all the money. Emmanuel says, "Call me boring, but I can live off my roast chicken, vegetables, eggs, bread, and cereal. I rarely eat out these days." Well, you've got to cut your cloth according to the cost. You know what I mean? Jet Carl, for £5 a day, you just got to get things from the supermarket that are quite simple in lieu of that. Well, in the market stall, I can get, and like, you normally buy avocados and they go off. The ones at the market store, they don't go off. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? So I can get 5 or 6 avocados, which will last a little time, and I mean that's barely over £1. You got to know where to shop as well. You got to know where to shop. You got to know where to shop. You know what I mean? You got to know how to cook. You got to learn how to cook. You know what I mean? You got to learn how to cook. Yeah. Do some prep meals as well. Just set some aside. You know what I mean? Like, if you cook some like a pot of brown rice and you got a bit left over, like you can put it in containers, freeze it, go back to it when necessary. Oh yeah, if you're working now, if you see, if you're working, when you're working, yeah, I'm not working right now. I ain't working right now. But if you're working, you have to cook lunch. You have to pre-pack your lunches. Got to pre-pack your lunches, or you're just wasting all your wages on food. You know what I mean? That's all you end up doing. Tom said he's still from the fridge at work. Say, look, Tom said he'll take his date to Greg's. Hey, listen, if you could pull that off, you're a proper geezer. Taking the girl to Greg's, Although, hey, listen, Greg's got some good stuff in there, Tone, bro. Like the Greg's in Tottenham Hell, they got this tomato soup, bro. It's bad, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Carver said, she stopped taking food to work because of thieves like Tony. Yeah, you got to get your you have out your lunch, bro. You have out your lunch. Man, yeah. If you're going to work, see when I'm working, that's what I do, bro. That's what I do. You know what I mean, I'll either cook some pasta, like pasta and some tuna and some stuff, and put it in a container because you can eat it cold. You can eat that cold with some salad, with some sandwiches. But I mean, like, like where I was working last, like the youths, they spend money. They spend all their wages is gone. They're going Mickey D's, a lunch and shit, or the chicken shop, and your money get ate up, bro. You know what I mean? And they think you're old fashioned because they see you bringing your container. Listen, bro, you'll learn. You'll learn. You will learn. You will learn. Dr. Wu don't need to put enough Scotch bonnet in his food to keep the Scotch bonnet, bro. Yeah, but then again, you have to butt up your mouth then. You know what I mean? Because the Scotch bonnet ain't no joke, you know. If you're making a pot of jerk, one Scotch bonnet, a proper Scotch bonnet, will turn that bad boy into an inferno. That would just heat it up properly. I tell you what, man. I remember when my aunt came back from the yard, you know, just a few years back. Rest in peace. And she brought them peppers back. I don't think they were actually Scotch, you know. There was a different variation. And these peppers were killer peppers, and they were pickled in a jar. And this Turkish guy was around the house, and like he said he could eat these peppers. Oh, we get these all the time, man. I said, yeah. So you've got to take the pepper out of the jar, you know. I said, don't try and eat that like that. Do not do it. Oh, no problem. So in eat the pepper, right? And we're all talking, we're all talking and playing cards and whatever. And he's pretending anybody's mouth. He said, can I get some water? I said, nah, you ain't getting no water. Yeah, I'm not. More water. Man, hey, listen, these peppers were lethal, bro. They were lethal. Tom said he nicked this bloke's vegan pie out the fridge. He's a prick, so no worries. He left a note asking for the culprit to pay. Take 2p and a note saying thanks, got any more? Oh dear. See, with me, I ain't leaving my stuff in the fridge, bro. No, I ain't leaving it. It was a yam out my food. Crazy. Just get some sandwiches. Just get some wholemeal bread. Make some sandwiches or something. Take some fruit, bananas, oranges, apples, grapes. Yeah, them peppers are brutal, Jerry. Brutal peppers. Told when I was a kid, my mum was cooking fish tea, and the pepper burst and she made me eat it. It was like molten love. Them peppers are lethal, bruh. Peppers are lethal. It's all good. Oh, listen, man. You just got you just got to keep going, man. We could all complain about this, but you just got to you got to keep going. You got to keep going, man. You got to do whatever you got to do to heat up. Because if you don't heat up your place, I know we're making you get sick. You get sick really bad, man. You get sick. You know what I mean? You die of hypothermia because you can't put the heat in. Nah, that's craziness. Craziness, bro. Craziness. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, life is a struggle, Tone. You gotta keep your head up, man. Life is a struggle. You know what I mean? I'm always grateful that I ain't got as bad as some of them. Some people in other countries, bro. In this country, I ain't got as bad as some people in this country. $20. What kind of wing? Are you talking about wings that are cooked already, Karma, or you have to cook them yourselves? Um, you know what wings I buy? You can get these. Is it the black pepper wings from Iceland? And if they're kind of pre-cooked. You just put them in the oven. I put them in the air fryer. Say for a quarter of an hour. Yeah, man. Oh, from Domino's. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You know where you can get a lot of wings? It's Kentucky, innit? Like they do them bucket deal, but I wouldn't risk it, man. I wouldn't risk buying all that fried chicken, man. Jed Carl said, "Yeah, if you're in a first world country, you got it great to the rest of the world. Still got to count blessings for that. Yeah, you do, you do, 100%. You know, but you know, if you're gonna, okay, like I have a bottle of red wine here and there. You know what I'm saying, and maybe a little bottle of spirits here and there, and a Guinness. But if you're gonna like just pour alcohol down your throat and smoke, then it is what it is. Yeah, you're better off cooking, man. But yeah, them black pepper wings, man. The black pepper wings from Iceland are sick. I've still got some in the freezer actually. I might, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll have some for lunch, man. Might have some for lunch. Okay, Domino wings. See, the thing is though, your ones in America, they probably taste good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't chance it. I wouldn't chance it. Oh, they don't always have electric. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, in Lebanon. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Case, be safe. Yeah, yeah. In other countries, boy, people are going through some crap, boy. Some serious crap. Serious crap. If I was going to get takeaway tomorrow, where would I go? Where would I go? I would go Bulls Pond Road. I'll go Bulls Pond Road. There's a West Indian restaurant there. I'll go Bulls Pond. I like their food there, bro. Their food is good. Their food is good. Their food is good there. But I'm not. I ain't doing that, bro. I mean, I'm cooking tomorrow. Forget that. I'm not spending that money. Guzzy said 60 years ago, everyone took packed lunch to work. Yeah, they did. They did. Even boy, more recent times, yeah, people took packed lunch. Yeah, yeah. I remember when I used to go work when I was a kid. My mum would just make me lunch, bro. I mean, like, I get what would I get? I get a hard dough cheese sandwich, bro. Some fruit, boy. My mum would make me lunch, bro. I mean, yeah, got to be done, man. Get an Irish spice bag. What's the Irish spice bag? Karma. She says so many of Jenny's replying. I grew up with family, still in Lebanon. Struggle to eat, get clean water some days. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You go to them countries, you know what I mean, and you get sick with cholera through water. You could like through water, cholera, brown water and shit, bro. These people like listen. My mum used to tell me when she was in Montserrat, and they didn't have no refrigeration, and sometimes she'd drink the water and it was just like warm and horrible. She'd throw up. Yeah, yeah. My dad used to have tapeworm in it, like because like they didn't have the medication. They didn't have medication, bro. And you don't just get it and it goes. It stays with you for life. It's mad, bruh. Madness. Madness. Proper rough living, bruh. But that's all they knew. Joe Stunner. I used to sit on Blackfriars Bridge eating my packed lunch in the 80s. It was lovely in the summer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although, in saying that, me and my mum used to work at the same place at one stage, and my mum worked in the canteen. And, I could go get cheap lunch them days, really cheap lunch. Yeah. And that's what most of the people used to do. They used to go canteen and get cheap lunch and get pudding as well, different time. Yeah. Most of the workplaces don't even have stuff like that for their staff. Crazy. Everything just like it's just crazy, man. Just like I remember like when I used to go junior school and they used to get bottles of milk or a carton of milk, and every kid would get some milk to drink in the morning. You know? And then when it come to lunchtime, they used to make proper dinners, you know what I mean? Like dinners that would cook in your house, you know what I mean? Like veg, cabbage, meat, potatoes, and get proper meals. The weirdest thing what happened, yeah, is going to senior school. And the lunches were basically the same as what they were in a junior school. Then they came up with this idea, like whoever made it should have been shot. Whoever made come up with that idea should have been shot down for their stupidity, right? Because they abandoned the standard dinner where you didn't get a say in what you see. You don't give kids the option. You know what I mean? You don't give kids the option. They're too young. We're too stupid to make these decisions. So we went from cooked meals to canteen culture, they called it, or whatever they called it. And they were giving kids the option you can either have traditional dinner or burgers, chips, and pizza and hot dogs. And that's what everyone started eating. And it even because I mean, I was a kid and I was thinking, and don't get me wrong, I was eating all the crap. I was eating all the crap. I'm a kid, but I was thinking, why have they did this? Why have they report? Because I knew one was a healthier option and one was an unhealthy option. So you could still buy the healthy food, but what kid is gonna flip and eat potatoes and broccoli and flipping roast beef when there's pizza and fucking hot dogs and chips? And that's what they done in the school. Crazy. Crazy. Dr. Woodop, my mum used to work for BT Euston Tower and bring food home, proper food. That's what my mum used to bring food home from the canteen. Yeah, used to bring food home. Yeah. Joe Stunner, remember that weird pink stuff they'd give you for pudding? It looked like Chernobyl. Irish spice bag are chips, wings, fried onions, etc. in a brown paper bag. Damn. Chips, wings, fried onions. I bet that fooled you up. I bet that fooled you up. I tell you what, yeah. My friend was telling me that his Irish friends in Ireland, they probably don't do it, and I don't know if it's just one certain part of Ireland, Like, because, Irish have got some very good builders, and they mean, and like in the morning they do a long shift, so they would have boiled bacon and potatoes for breakfast, bro. And that would just that would just, what I mean, be the stopgap, big stopgap. Boiled bacon and potatoes for breakfast, bro. But that's some old school Irish fare. That's the man's breakfast. That's the man's breakfast. Crazy. Virtuoso. My mum worked as a social worker in New York public school system. She would bring school lunches when she was too tired to cook. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. Got to do what you got to do. Tony used to love the puddings at school. What puddings you talking? You get is it what were the puddings? The spotted dick was bad. Spotted dick and custard. Now you probably have to say no homo when you say that these days. But spotted dick and custard was sick. Yeah, was sick. What was the other one? Is it jam roly poly? Oh, I can't remember the names now. Spotted dick though was bad. You know what I mean? It's basically a sponge with raisins in it and custard. I used to like, I used to like Tony the custard, isn't it? It's the custard in it, Tony. Cake and custard, boy. You know what I mean? Cake and custard. Yeah, and like that used to be part of the old school food. The puddings. The puddings used to be part. Then they replaced it all, and eventually it all got phased out because none of the kids were eating it. So you go to by the time you got to the upper school, and you had school dinners, it was all thing. It was all canteen food. You know what I mean? Like sausages, but I mean beans, and that's it. Yeah, jam roly poly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Apple crumble. Yes, rhubarb crumble. They're the ones, Joe. That's the ones, Joe. Tone chocolate sponge with chocolate custard. The chocolate custard. Wicked. Yeah, Dr. Wu Dog. Cake and custard, Swiss roll ice cream. Yeah, 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 yeah. School dinners. School dinners. Karma. The little pudding cups were bomb. Man. I don't even know what they're feeding kids in school these days. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know. Most of them, do they even? I mean, I see them eating chicken. They're always eating fried chicken. Eating fried chicken. Like we'd buy chips and stuff, but from the chip shop. So they were proper thick chips, but them little fries and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Joe Stunner, as a kid, I had free dinners because my mom was a single parent. They'd give me tickets. Did you get tickets or tokens? I remember they had tokens. They had tokens. Yeah, lots of kids. Lots of kids, you know what I mean? Used to get their tokens, get their lunch. Yeah, yeah. Some of them used to sell their tokens. Some of them, you know what I mean? You used to sell your tokens. Sell your tokens, bro. Yeah, yeah. Get some money, get some extra money. Yeah, free dinners, man. Thatcher took the milk out of the schools, man. Joe said there were small pink tickets in the strip. I had to sell some of mine too. Tony sell his token. I knew you'd sell your tokens. I knew you'd sell the tokens. Sometimes the ticket tokens have to sell it. I bought tokens. I bought tokens of a few kids. You know what I mean? Get a cheap lunch, boy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get the tokens for 20p or some ridiculous price. Because the token would be, I don't know how much it would be worth. Well, it wouldn't really have a value. You just get you get your standard meal. How did you get hold of the tokens? Oh man, here's what it is. Yeah, when you grow up in a borough like mine, yeah, there was lots of kids on tokens, loads of kids on tokens. Is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, well, it is what it is, Joe, isn't it? Like, entrepreneurial, it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Triple R, I went college 2016 when I was 17. Everyone in class just went McDonald's across the street from the college. How do they afford it? How do they afford it? Like, they're not working full-time jobs. Because, like, all right, how much is a standard McDonald's meal in 2016? Probably no less than £5 or so. How were they affording it? That's crazy. Crazy. There's so much more stuff you can do with that money, man. You know what I mean? So much more stuff, but especially listen, if you're going to college and stuff, you should be mindful of your money, man. When you get a job and you can afford to think, then you can buy takeaways and stuff, and you know what I mean. Spend money on more expensive clothes. Then you can do it. But on your way up, man, you got to watch your money if you're a youth, man. You got to watch your money. You got to get your money up. Joe Stunner used to be a wimpy back in my day. That was a treat for Saturdays. Oh yeah, they used to do the Knickerbocker Glories. Yeah, in Wimpy. Yeah, yeah. Wimpy boy. They were before McDonald's, isn't it? The Wimpy Burger boy. What happened to them? Do you guys still have Wimpy in America? Because that's where it came from. It's an American chain, isn't it? It's an American franchise. You still have it over there? Um, remember Wendy's was pretty good. Wendy's was pretty good. What happened to Wendy's? Wendy's was pretty good. In Surrey, there ain't none in London, Tom. I don't think there's none in the inner cities, bro. I don't think there's none. Yeah, I bet they are pretty big group. Must be a little group for real. You know what I mean? Teddington, you know. Wimpy and Teddington says art. It says Gold Boss. Okay. So is Teddington near in Twickenham? Or okay. Or, or near. You still got Wimpy's, boy. Flipping out. I think the last time I probably went was with my old lady, man. A Wimpy and a flipping out. Yeah, I used to like Wendy's though. I did used to like Wendy's. Wendy's was pretty good. I don't know what happened to them. I've never been Five Guys. Is Five Guys as good as everyone is saying? Five Guys. They're bloody expensive. It's about £8 for a burger. It's about £8 just for a burger. Why is it so expensive? You know why it's so expensive? It's all right. Tom's not impressed with Five Guys. It's the rents you have to pay. The rents they're having to pay for a lot of these shops. Okay. Gold Boss says the portions are good at Five Guys. He doesn't eat beef anymore though. Well, I mean that kind of cancels you out of Five Guys unless they do the vegan burgers. Joe said Five Guys is unbelievably expensive and it's nothing special. I went once, never again. Okay. On the rare occasion I eat out, says Emmanuel, it's Nando's, half chicken and two sides for me is standard. There's a kebab house. Where is it again? Is it Newton Green? That's one place I would eat at up there. They're good. Chicken kebab is bad up there, bro. Or a mixed is bad. Like, who goes McDonald's to buy a vegan burger? McDonald's are doing salad and vegan. No, how much of that salad do they sell? No one you don't go McDonald's to buy salad, bro. You go supermarket to buy salad. Tell me someone who's bought salad from McDonald's. I want to see in the chat before I hang up. Who's ever bought a salad from McDonald's? Salad. People go to McDonald's to buy burgers, bro. They go to McDonald's to buy burgers. And not no vegan burger either. Crazy. Yeah, they sell salads in McDonald's, isn't it, Tony? Do they have Jolly Bees in the UK? I've heard about Jolly Bees. I think they've got Popeyes restaurants in the UK. I haven't seen them though. Joe Stunner, he bought a vegan burger at McDonald's once. It was okay. Never bought salad. Yeah, like the alternative, you can get salad or fries as your side. You don't go. There's no way you go to McDonald's and say, "I'm going to get a side of salad over fries." That's crazy. Craziness. But listen, people, it's been fun, and we'll do it again. Gold Boss says Popeyes just tastes like pure salt. Mm. Triple R. My experience of Jamaican food is the typical rice and jerk chicken, which I'm bored of now. Not tried ackee and saltfish yet. Boy, you don't know what you're missing, man. You don't know what you're missing. You got what you're missing. But you got see the thing is with them foods there, you gotta learn, you gotta know how to cook them. You gotta know how to cook them, you know what I mean? Like ackee and saltfish and some boiled dumpling and some cantaloo and some green banana. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You mean you learn how to cook some of that. Am I going live for the Tasha fight? I haven't got Sky. That's why you don't see me cover. See, the thing is, I might have to purchase Sky for the year, you know. But that's going to cost me 200 odd quid. 200 odd quid. And their cards are crap. See, I don't want to take illegal streams and go like, no, I'm not doing that, man. I'd rather wait until they post up and then do it. But I might have to consider taking out a Sky subscription and a BT subscription, so I can cover more cards this year. What is this Fire Stick? Let me ask my brethren about the Fire Stick and see if you can hook me up. Because I ain't just gonna take Fire Stick from anyone, and it's a load of crap. Is it legal? I don't know. Told the cold portion of chips equals a Scottish salad. Fire Stick for pay-per-views. Amazon Fire Stick has every channel in the world. Now, if it's illegal, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. Yeah, nah. Oh yeah, Errol Spencer. He's a Fire Stick to watch fights. I mean, good bloody hell, Errol. You won't get in trouble for having a Fire Stick. Is it legal? Don't worry about that. Yeah. I'd rather keep it clean and above board if I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll think about it. How do you what you buy it from a shop or can you order it? Could I order one from Amazon? Fire Stick. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how it works or anything. People? Let me get some sleep. I suggest all I want to do the CMT, unless you're in America. Peace.